Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Instant here. We're going to be going through the skins in Arkham City. Just so you guys know, I am playing the PS4 remaster version of the game, just so you guys know that there is technically a difference from the original game, but it's not crazy noticeable. I would love to see an Arkham City, Asylum, and Origins remaster like pack, and have them all have like Arkham Knights level of graphics, because Arkham Asylum with that, or even City, would be insane. But you know, who knows, after Rockstar's most, or not Rockstar, Rocksteady, after their most recent game, who knows if they're ever gonna really do anything to this extent again. But anyway, we're gonna get into this. If you guys want to see some of my other rankings, I have done Injustice 1, Injustice 2, a couple videos on Injustice 2. I'm going to be doing another video on Injustice 1, talking about ranking my favorite skins for each character, and least favorite, and various things like that. I might go through the Avengers game and kind of, talk about their skins, maybe my favorite, least favorite, things like that. But if you guys want to see any of that, or some of my Let's Plays that we have going on right now, currently, it's Metro 2033 Redux, and then Borderlands 1. So if you guys want to see those, the Let's Plays will be every Wednesday. Every Wednesday alternating is gonna switch games, so one Wednesday it'll be Metro, one Wednesday it'll be Borderlands, and then we'll just keep going like that until whatever game's done, and then we'll cycle from there. And then Saturdays, as you guys can tell, these are the days for just kind of random videos, whether it's commentary videos, rankings like this, things like that. So if you guys are interested in any of that, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you guys kind of want to see on the channel, and make sure to subscribe. But without further ado, let's get into this. So first we're going to start with the default suit. If you guys have seen my Injustice 2 and Injustice 1 videos, I talk a little bit about default designs, because I find it very intriguing to kind of touch on those as their own kind of thing, not necessarily as an adaptation of that character's look for the most part, but also kind of taking into account what the game is trying to be, what the tone is, things like that, the story. So, but with all that being said, honestly, I really like this design for Arkham City. It's honestly just a better version of the Asylum suit. I don't hate the Asylum suit, but I feel like this one looks more tangible. And I have talked about that here and there in different videos, and I probably will in the future, but having suits that I could actually see fitting that world and kind of being something that character could physically wear, as well as, being able to tell, okay, this looks like this type of material, or the cape looks like it's this type of material. Things like that are very interesting to me, and those just make me like the skins even more. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too long on the suit. Everyone, pretty much loves this suit, or at least, appreciates it for what it's going for. If this is the suit that we get in live action eventually, or something similar to this, I'd be fine with it. It's not my favorite suit of his, but it's great. It's almost peak Batman, which I know sounds overdramatic, but I think it's really good. I like the armored boots, the armored gauntlets that are still a little bulky, which can look a little odd, but that's some of the aesthetics they're going for in this game, so again, it's different. I love the symbol, the texturing of it, the coloring. I love the bodysuit. The screws on the side are kind of weird. They look like screws. I don't know what they are. They might be buttons, but they just look odd. The gold belt is great. It gives a little bit of contrast, and yeah, overall just really strong design. Great cape. I love the way it kind of has the pointed shapes at the bottom, like the kind of pyramids almost. Not pyramids, but you guys see what I mean. Love the cowl. It's just perfect. Well, the suit's not perfect, but it's great. But I would probably give this one probably about a 9 out of 10. Genuinely. Get rid of those buttons and maybe spruce the colors up a little bit more and change them, and then I'd probably give it a 10, but 9 out of 10 is not bad. Next up, we have the Mad Hatter Batman. You can't use this suit from what I've seen. And maybe you can in challenge maps, I don't know. But this happens during the Mad Hatter side quest, once you get towards the end of that quest for the final little arena. And it's fine. I mean, it's the default suit. It looks like it gives him a little bit more of a blue cape, which I kind of like. It just kind of looks weird because the cowl's black. But I would love to see more gray, yellow, and blue Batman suits, because it's just something I have a soft spot for. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, it's pretty much just the same thing as the other one, but I'm going to drop it down to an 8 out of 10, because the cape would at a point, maybe. But the cowl being the way it is with the design, it's unique, and I appreciate that it's there, because it's a cool idea. And it would be sick to see in, like, an animated movie or in live action, but it's just not something I would ever really want to use, personally. So I'm going to put it down to probably about an 8 out of 10, genuinely. And then next up, we're going to go over the Harley Quinn design. It's good. I'm not going to spend too long on this default design, because I feel like her alternate's a little more interesting to talk about, because this is just very kind of core Harley. But yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's what they're going for, and obviously it's all the guys in the audience, and probably all the women in the audience too, if there are any. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, the Harley Quinn default design in this game, I'd probably give an 8 out of 10. It's not really something I love, but it's not bad. And then next up, we got the animated Batman skin. I'm mixed on this, because I grew up on the 90s series, and like Batman 89 and things like that, so, and actually one of my family members was in one of the Batman movies, which was very interesting to find out. But yeah, and I love this character, but for me, this design is great. This is like pretty much 10 out of 10 Batman material here. I'm just going to say, from the design of the suit, with the symbol, the cowl, the wide eyes, which, please, just give us the fucking wide eyes in the movie. If Deadpool and Wolverine can make it work, you can make it work. I'm sorry, like, just please. Even if it's like a detective mode type thing where he activates it and it pulls down like a white sheet over his eyes, and it looks white on the outside, but on the inside it's like an Iron Man interface, that's fine. I am fine with that. Or even kind of like these Arkham games where it's just the kind of X-ray vision, things like that. That's fine, but just the white eyes are like necessary to me, just personally. But yeah, again, the design itself, 10 out of 10. The gloves are great, the boots are great, the suit is great. It's just using this in gameplay looks very odd. So that is going to knock it down a little bit, and that's going to put it down to probably about an 8 out of 10 for me, just for in-game. But this, again, it's kind of a mixed kind of rating. Next, we got the 1970s suit. It is gorgeous. This is probably the suit I want to see in live action the most, because we haven't really seen anything like this. And no, I'm not counting Batfleck's suit in the fucking shitty-ass Flash movie. It was fine, but the armor pieces looked stupid as hell. I just want a suit like this, where it's just a full-on just suit. Like, I'm fine with... I love the Matt Reeves Batman movie, and I appreciate it for what it is, and that design is great, but I love... and I would love to see this in live action, just a suit. Just like this. No crazy paneling, no crazy armor plating, just a bodysuit, boots, gloves, the frickin' boxers on the outside, and then the cowl and cape. Just, that's all I want, and the utility belt, obviously, but it's, for me, this is easily a 10 out of 10. I love the blue, gold, yellow, black, gray kind of mixed color scheme. It's great. I love it. I just find it more interesting to look at. I love the black and gray, but this is just so much more interesting for me to look at, so I'm going to have to give it a 10 out of 10, personally. Next, we've got Year 1 Batman. I actually used this for the most part on my first playthrough because it had the white eyes and it was the most kind of simple Batsuit aside from the animated one. Um, yeah, I really like it. Again, this would be an amazing suit to see in live action. Um, and I was really sad that when I heard that the Batman that came out a few years ago was going to be year 2 or 3 of his career, because I was really hoping to get a suit similar to this, where it's a little more kind of kitschy looking in the sense that it just looks kind of homemade. It doesn't look super high tech. Because again, I love like even the Arkham Knight suit that Bruce has in that game, but these types of suits, I'm so sad this one was not in Arkham Knight, because this suit with that game's graphical fidelity would be gorgeous, but that is what it is. This is going to be easily a 10 out of 10 for me. The only real thing I don't like about it is that his face is oddly shiny. I get that it's probably just limitations of the engine, but it just kind of looks odd in certain lighting in the game, but yeah, definitely one of my favorite suits in this game. Also, if you guys want to see me kind of go through and rank the Arkham games based off of how good their skins are overall, in terms of like, oh, this game had my favorite skins, least favorite, etc., let me know down in the comments. You know, that'd probably be a joint kind of video with a couple different rankings of that kind of similarity, but yeah, next we're on to the Earth 1 skin. I am mixed on this. This is an adaptation of the Year 1 skin, but this was after the new 52, if I remember correctly. It's fine. The cape looks great. The suit itself looks really good with the texturing. Again, looks tangible. I like that there's little pieces of the cloth that aren't fully adhered to his muscles. I like that, the kind of imperfections, it makes it look more tangible. And I just like that. The gauntlets look really good here. The belt's nice. The symbol itself is fine. I don't like the plating around it. I feel like that's kind of unnecessary, but the worst thing about this suit, in my opinion, is the cowl. From the front, it doesn't look that bad. Like, it looks a little odd, but it's fine. But these side flaps that basically look like they would kind of latch on to those ovals make it look like this entire front part of the cowl can just come up, and then he would just have the ears and like the sides of his face covered, which makes no sense, like, at all. Like, it's not, I don't know, it bugs me a lot. But yeah, I mean, again, to me this is just a worse version of the Year 1 suit. I'm gonna have to give this probably a 6 out of 10. Fix the plating around the emblem and not have the cowl design like that, and this would be a lot better. And again, I'm not shitting on Rocksteady. They're just trying to adapt the comics to the games fairly one-to-one, at least for this game, and I do respect that. I'm not someone that really cares personally if it's completely one-to-one of the comics, because sometimes translating it to games or movies you will have to change the design a little bit. I get that. Like, this suit would probably not translate well one-to-one in terms of live action, just because the belt is a little bulky, the gloves might look kind of odd, the plate would look really stupid in live action, and again, the cowl would just, yeah. But you know, again, a lot of these things I'm critiquing the designs itself, not really Rocksteady's choices, because for the most part they're trying to, you know, make the suits based off of what they're based off of. But
Alrighty, so editing instant here, I guess, and I forgot to rank the Earth One suit, so I'm just gonna rank it real quick here. Um, I would honestly have to say it's probably, I don't know, I'd have to probably give it like a 6 out of 10. Fix the plate with the emblem and fix the cowl, and I'd probably give it about an 8 or a 9, but yeah.
next we've got the Dark Knight Returns suit. This suit is just badass. Also, one thing I will touch on, each suit in this game, in terms of the alternate ones, unless, obviously, some people might be able to correct me, but I'm pretty sure most, if not all of the suits, at least for Batman, have different face models, and this one is the most obvious. Because, spoilers for Arkham Knight, just for this suit, it looks so much worse in that game. The graphical fidelity is obviously a lot better because the engine's a little bit different, but it looks worse in that game because it's not the Dark Knight Returns suit on Dark Knight Returns Batman like this one is. It's the Dark Knight Returns suit on the Arkham vs. Batman. And the arms look okay, because his arms are still fairly big in that game. But the legs and the torso, and especially the face, look so much worse because he's a little bit thinner. Because he's obviously younger, so he's not as much body fat, muscle kind of mixed bulkiness. He's just mainly lean, which is fine. It's just the different body type for this suit really, just especially comparing it to this game, just is rough. But as its own thing in this game, not counting Arkham Knight, you know, I'm not going to have that boost this one up. This suit's just gorgeous. The detailing on the face is great with the lighting. The way his face is designed is perfect because he's just big freaking guy. The cowl is great, the cape is great, the suit texture is amazing. It looks like it's just stretching and barely holding on to how huge this man is at this point. And it looks like one of his older suits that he's just kind of forcing himself into almost. Which, I mean, fits, you know, to an extent. I love the symbol, which I'm going to talk about that real quick because I'll throw up a picture of it real quick while I'm talking about this. But the new Batman symbol for that new DC series that they have going on in the comics is so shit, and I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to go based off this one, but they just made it look so much worse. Like, this one isn't the best, I'm not going to lie. It is very chunky. But it fits the suit because the suit's a little bit bigger, and it doesn't distract as much. Because this Batman is older, you know, he's a little more brutal, things like that. So the entire character just kind of fits that kind of slightly off vibe that the emblem gives off. Whereas the new one, they're trying to sell as its own kind of thing, and it's just not the same. And the symbol looks worse. But yeah, honestly, this suit, 9 out of 10. My only real thing I kind of wish was slightly different was that the symbol was a little bit thinner. But, you know, it's a good suit. You know, no major complaints. Oh boy. Now on to either my second or third favorite skin in this game, at least for Batman. The Batman Beyond suit. This suit is gorgeous. And again, another spoiler for Arkham Knight. I actually really like the Batman Beyond kind of design in that game. I know it's not like this one is where it's super one-to-one with how you'd hope, but I appreciate that the emblem is pretty much the same to an extent between both. I do appreciate that, to kind of give it that continuity. And also, I think the reason in Arkham Knight, and I'll talk about it more in that video a little bit, but I think the reason they went so different is because they wanted Beyond in that game, but they already did this skin in this game, and they didn't want to just port it over and kind of not port it over, but do this exact same suit, but just with better graphics, which obviously a lot of people wish they did, and I understand why, because again, I love this suit. Not even just because it's black, red, and white, but just, it's a gorgeous suit. I love Batman Beyond. I watched the cartoon growing up. The eyes are a little oddly spaced, and especially in the menu it looks really weird, and in certain lighting it looks like his eyes are like really far apart, and it kind of bugs me. It makes him kind of look like Sid the Sloth, but overall, I mean, it's not enough to knock it down. It's a 10 out of 10 suit. It's gorgeous. I know I talked about how I like when there's the little kind of loose pieces of cloth, but for this suit, I'm glad there's not, because there's not supposed to be. This is supposed to be as skin tight as you can get, and it looks gorgeous. It's just so amazing. The red is a perfect shade of red, especially in gameplay. The black is great. The only thing that's weird is in certain lighting it can look like the head, the neck, and the kind of neck muscles are all different colors. And not just because of like the shift in lighting with the shadows and things, but at least to me, maybe I'm just going crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But to me, it just looks odd. But again, it's a 10 out of 10 suit. Everyone and their mother pretty much loves this suit. But yeah, we're gonna move on because I could probably talk about that suit forever. But next up, we've got the Sinestro Corps Batman. This is fucking sick. I haven't used this one really, just personally, but this suit is amazing, and I would love to see this in live action eventually, because this is just such a cool design. Because it's Batman's suit is so simple that you could turn the whole suit pretty much black, give him just a different belt, different gauntlets, different boots, a slight alteration on the chest, and then yellow eyes, and there you go. I mean, what more do you really want from an alternate Batman skin? You know, it's base Batman, but with a little bit of alterations. The yellow looks good. I wish it was a little more vibrant, because it looks a little bit lime greeny in certain light. And I mean, it's not a Green Lantern skin, it's a Yellow Lantern skin, so, you know. But the design translated perfectly. It looks great. The gauntlets look overly huge, which is fair. I like that he actually has the Yellow Lantern ring. They could have easily just said, nah, we don't want to do that, but Chad Rocksteady back in the day, yep, they gave us shit like this. So, yeah, this one's probably about a 9 out of 10 for me. Fix the yellow and it would probably be a 10 out of 10 for me, honestly. And then next up, I'm going to talk about the Batman Incorporated suit. I have issues with this suit. If I remember correctly, the one in Arkham Knight's a little bit better. I will say his face looks really good in this for some reason. Like, from afar, his face and his eyes and just his head shape look really good. I don't know why, but they look just very real to me in a kind of unsettling way. But it's good. You know, it's a good cowl design, a good cape design, good suit design. This is pretty much just the same one as the Earth 1 suit, if I remember correctly. The Earth 1 suit is essentially this and the, there's another suit I can't remember. It's basically a hybrid of a kind of couple different things, but there's two things I really don't like about this suit. The bodysuit's great, the gloves are great, the boots are great down here. I do like those, but the mid-thigh area and up towards like his lower kind of abdomen, I hate the little nut armor. I think it's fucking stupid. I think it's a terrible replacement for the briefs. It just doesn't look right. It looks actually, it looks even worse in Arkham Knight, if I remember correctly, because it's a different shade, so it's more pronounced. But the belt here just looks cheap, which for Batman is never something you should really say, unless it's like an alternate kind of story, or it's a story where he's kind of like stranded and needs to build his own bat suit, which has happened, and that's fine. But for something like this, it just, for the story it's in the comics, it doesn't really make much sense. For this game, it just doesn't look right. The symbol's great. I mean, no complaints about that. I just hate that the belt is solid yellow. The fact that the emblem of the bat isn't black and neither is the circle around it makes no sense. And again, I can't really blame Rocksteady too much. I get it. You either make it 1-to-1 or as close to 1-to-1 as you can, or the fanboys get all pissed off. I get it. It's a hard kind of balance. And I do not envy them in that position. But you just gotta be honest, it doesn't look great. This one's probably about a 6 out of 10. Fix the belt, get rid of the metal plating for either black briefs or just a black area of the suit. It would be probably an 8 or a 9, but yeah, it's fine. Now next up, we're gonna cover Catwoman. I don't think I can view her. No, I can't view her default model, which is really annoying. But her default model in this game, I'll pull up a picture of it actually real quick. and put it over this part of the video. It's good. I mean, the bodysuit's great. The cowl/goggles are good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any big complaints about it. I mean, it's Catwoman. Everyone, I mean, you guys know. But yeah, her default design, I will probably rate in 9 out of 10, honestly. Pretty good. Maybe an 8 out of 10, but somewhere between there. And now we've got the animated Catwoman suit. It's fine. Kind of the same issues I had with the animated Batman suit, and same issues I'll have with the animated Robin suit. It's just kind of odd seeing it in this game. And I like animation. And then in some games it can look really good, but for some reason in this game, the animated skins just look so odd, and they really just kind of distract me from anything I'm doing. Whereas in like games like Spider-Man, I can kind of handle that a little bit better because you're moving so much faster. When with Spider-Man, it's a little bit more cartoony to an extent, just given his powers. And whereas with Batman, it's normally a more kind of grounded feeling to an extent. Which I get why they do it, but I would love to see a Batman where they embrace people like Clayface and Condiment King and characters like that, where it's like he has some of the best and worst villains, but that dichotomy just makes him more interesting of a character because he pretty much takes most of them equally seriously. He'll take Condiment King fairly seriously like he would with the Riddler. You know, whereas the Riddler is one of his mainstays, Condiment King fucking isn't. You know, but people know about him. You know, and that's the thing, you know, you don't need to be a good villain or have interesting powers to be memorable. But aside from that, this design is fine. The bodysuit's great. The mask kind of bugs me. I don't know, just something about it being the outline of the face black and then the rest of it gray is just odd to me. I get that's the point, but it's just weird. The belt's fine. The whip is odd because I think that's just the normal whip put on an animated skin, which is odd. The boots and gloves are fine. Again, this design is good, and I would like it a little bit more if it wasn't animated. But for that, I'm probably going to put it down to a 7 out of 10. Still not a bad design, just not something I really want to use. Next up, we have my favorite alternate skin for Catwoman from, I think, any of these games, honestly. The Long Halloween skin. It's just gorgeous. The bodysuit is so cool looking, and obviously very form-fitting, which, I mean, YouTube, calm down. But I kind of like the more bat-like ears, or they're cat ears, but they look almost like bat ears with how big they are. I like the design of the cowl because it looks more kind of like super villain-ish, I guess, if that makes sense. I like the makeup with the black and the purple in different kind of areas. The purplish lipstick is a good choice for the suit. And I know it sounds weird that I'm commenting on fucking lipstick, but again, I'm trying to criticize these skins, you know, as fairly as I can. I really like the gloves. I like the bracelets. The only issue I have is with the boots, and that's that those also are kind of saggy up here. It would look weird if they weren't, especially with the arms having that. And again, I'm not blaming Rocksteady, I get it, but it just looks odd. But yeah, this is easily a 10 out of 10 for me. It's such an amazing design. Next up, we got Animated Robin. I'm not going to spend as much time on this one. It's fine. It's cool to have. You know, it's cool to have that option. It's cool to see it in a game, just that respect animation. Because more games need to do that in a good way. And again, this design for Robin, it's good. It's good Robin design. But I'm not a fan of it. The hair is fine. The suit's fine. It's just, in this game, the animated skins look odd, so yeah. For that reason, I'm going to knock it down a little bit. I'm going to put this down to probably about a 6 out of 10. Genuinely. Next up, we've got Robin's best skin in this game, Red Robin. It's so sick. In Gotham Knights, when I've played that, I actually use the Red Robin outfit for him in that game, for Tim, because it's just one of his best looks in that game, and just one of his best looks in comics, because it's just so iconic. I love the cowl. I like that it's almost like a Batman cowl without the ears. And I know it's the whole man meme, but, you know, nowadays, but I think it looks amazing. Especially as him trying to be his own hero, and not necessarily Nightwing or Robin, but kind of a little bit different. It's cool. I think the Red Robin name is kind of stupid, but I get it. You know, he's not trying to fully distance himself from Batman, but he kind of wants to be his own person, because he's too old to be Robin, so I get it. But yeah, this suit easily is a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't really have any complaints about it, personally. Next, we've got the Nightwing suit. I was going to say skin, but suit, whatever. It's good. From the neck down, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm just going to say that now. From the neck down, 10 out of 10. I love it. The plating, but not looking too heavy. The freaking... the color of the blue is so good. The metallic is great. The texturing. The suit itself is pretty well textured. I just don't like his face. His face is fine, but it does not fit that haircut. I love the eye mask. The eye mask is great. I love it. But the hair just looks so off. Like, he looks like a boy band member from like 2010 or like 2009 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, this one, neck down, 10 out of 10. But given the face and the hair, I'm gonna put it down to a 9 out of 10. And that might be heresy, but it's my video. Now this one, it's the same thing as his basic design. It's a 10 out of 10. Again, from the neck down, because even with the animation, it doesn't look bad. From the neck down, with a suit like this, if he had like a fairly realistic looking face, but it was just slightly cel shaded, and then this suit, the same exact way it is now, it would be a 10 out of 10 suit. But the thing that I really hate about this, not even just the animation, because it does look odd in this game, but the ears. They look like they're supposed to be like just ears they used for a different character model in this game, and then they put them on here, and it looks off. Like, I really don't like it. The eye mask design is good. I just, those ears, man, and that animation. Those two are going to put it down to probably about an 8 out of 10 for me. I can't put it any lower because it's just a great Nightwing suit, but oh boy, it's rough. Next, we've got the Morning Harley outfit from the DLC. It's good. I think it's a little more interesting of a look compared to the default design. And I know that sounds stupid because it's pretty much just the same design, except it's a little bit darker, and she's got the wedding veil and the white and black makeup on her face. But to me, this kind of emo grunge look for Harley fits this suit design a lot better than the red and like the more vibrant, I guess. I just think this fits great. Not even just with the story, but with this design, it's great. You know, the corset, looks like a tank top. I can't tell, but it looks like a tank top or a t-shirt that was cut into a tank top. The corset, obviously the bra's there, whatever. The stockings on her arms are cool. I always like that little design detail. I think we need to see more of that in the movies. Yeah, it's a good design. I'd say this is probably about a 9 out of 10. You know, not my favorite design, but it's fine. You know, we've definitely had worse, but... Now, my favorite skin for Batman would probably be either the 1970s suit, the Year One suit, or the Beyond suit. Those all kind of switch between 1, 2, and 3 for me in terms of the places. But from my least favorite skin in this entire game, it would probably have to be the animated Robin, or honestly, animated Nightwing. Honestly, just 'cause that face, it really bugs me, genuinely. But my least favorite Batman suit would probably honestly have to be, where was it? Oh, the Batman ink skin. It's not my thing. If you like it, that's great. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. It's just not something I enjoy. I already talked about Catwoman and my favorite skin for her is things like that. But yeah, I'd say honestly, overall rating this game's skins and alternate skins like default designs plus the other skins, I'd say overall this game is probably, honestly, probably about an 8 out of 10. The only things really bringing it down are the animated skins, the Batman Inc. skin, and the Mad Hatter skin. The Mad Hatter skin doesn't bring it down much, but it's there, and I gotta acknowledge it. But not bad. You know, it's not that I don't really wish that any of these skins weren't here. The Mad Hatter one's a cool, just a little reward. The animated skins, I appreciate the nod. You know, and most of the other alternate skins are really good. It's just those animated ones really, really drag it down for me, and that Batman Inc. skin is just not a design I personally like. But let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about the video, what you guys think about this game, the skins, your rankings. But yeah, if you guys want to see more, check out my playlist at the end card, because I'll have the playlist as my other rankings, just because then you guys can kind of see that, and then the video that YouTube thinks is best for you will also be recommended. Make sure to check that out. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.